Psychology 101, futuristic b-boy shit. Your first.
What's going on, folks? It's your Local Random Hero again, alright? This week has been bad. I'm talking about, usually my week will sit back and go good and stuff like this, right? The only good thing I made was my video where the, you know what, is the SGA president, right? That was just kind of fun. Well, if you're watching this, check it out, rate it, leave a comment or something, right? Now check this, okay? I want to change my phone plan, right? I'm with Alltel and stuff like this, all right? And some guy on there gave me like the 5th degree. Well, we cannot do this. You know, you're excuse me, about dropped you. He was like, well, you know, we can't do it. We can't do it. I was like, dude, look at it. If I knew that basically I was gonna get charged 15 cents per text message, 35 cents per minute, I want to cut my phone on. But still, you need to take it back to the store. I took it back to the store, and they couldn't do nothing, right? Then this guy really, honestly, he pushed my nails. I was like, okay, you know, what y'all need to do is fix this. Well, we can't fix it. I said, let me talk to somebody above you. He was like, well, I can't, and he hung up the phone on me, right? So I called back talking to somebody else, right? And as it progressed on, okay, he actually didn't even come back, right? And I was sitting back here talking to them, and they was like, I couldn't just call back tomorrow and stuff like that. So that's what I done. I called back the next day, right? When I called back that next day, right, and I was like, okay, you know, is my phone, do I still got my plan? No, the guy didn't change it or nothing like this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, you know something? He sat back here and told me that he was going to change it, right? And he did not. And the thing that got me was that basically, this guy sat back here and wasted my time. You know, he made me waste my phone call, right? This other guy who I was talking to, he was very nice about it, right? And he actually fixed it for me. Because I went from the 55 unlimited talking text to the poor man's plan, as my brother calls it, right? And when I went, and he didn't even change it to the poor man's plan, because more and more I thought about it, I didn't talk to a lot of people. I don't talk to a lot of people now. I just sit back here and I text people, right? As that goes on, the guy fixed it for me. I thanked the guy for it, you know? I said, this other guy who I was talking to, right? He didn't even do nothing except sit back here and just waste my time and stuff like this, right? Let's move on to yesterday, which was Friday, I think the 26th of March, right? Okay, cool. Now check this, all right? Went back and took my PSP Go back, right? I got 5 PSPs on my account. I was like, I forgot to sit back and deactivate it, right? I called Sony up, right? And those idiots, we're gonna call them what they are, idiots, sat back and told me, well, you have to get it physically and to deactivate it. I was like, dude, I don't have it. You can sit back here and use a click of a computer and sit back here and deactivate it for me, right? Hold on, intermission time.
First entry for Psychology 101. Dysfunction.
Okay, I'm back, folks. All right. But I sat back and called Sony, as I was saying, and they was like, well, we can't sit back here and deactivate that one PSP. I was like, wait a minute, why not? Because you got to physically sit back here and deactivate it. I'm like, dude, I don't have it. I took it back because it was messing up. Well, you should have something in. And I was like, you know something? The woman who I first spoke to, she told me to take it back to Best Buy and do it, right? The only thing y'all have to do is sit back here and deactivate it. Click a freaking button, right? And as it progressed on, right? They couldn't even do that much. They came, I say bump it. Just take me high up on the food chain, because evidently y'all peons that can't sit back here and y'all are peons that actually can't sit back here and do nothing, right? And as it progressed on, honestly, I got annoyed. I hardly got annoyed. And they was like, well, do you want us to give you a call back? I said, why? Because if y'all gonna sit back here and tell me the same thing, don't even waste my time. I got things to do, you know? To sum it up, I didn't get my PSP where I spent $250 on a PSP Go that I can't even put on my PlayStation account, because my old PSP is basically shot and it's at Best Buy, traveling some other place. So either when they fix it and put it on somebody else's, and somebody else sit back here and buy it or something, but I'm screwed. $250 down the drain. You know? So my advice, right? Yeah, my week was messed up, but to sum this whole week up, right? I say this, right? If you're gonna buy a PSP Go, right? Don't buy it. Anything PlayStation related, don't buy it. Because if they're gonna sit back here and be like this when it comes down to, honestly, when it comes down to a customer who spent over $650 on a PlayStation Go and the games, right? Yeah, I spent a lot of money on games, yeah. So sue me, right? Don't even sit back here and spend it. Go buy an Xbox. Go buy a computer game. Go buy something else. But as for buying a PlayStation Go, or I'd even say a PlayStation 3, it's just it's an overpriced game system that nobody really don't need to buy. Because I'm sitting back here thinking to myself, right? You know, I'm an avid video game player, right? But I get out and read books sometime, right? A lot of times, right? But if they gonna sit back here and do me like this, right? What's stopping them from doing y'all like this? You know what I'm saying, viewer? This is the way I see it. Because it's BS. It really is, you know? They can start back here and deactivate that. Press one freaking button and do it, right? But they didn't want to sit back here and do it. Well, you can only put 5 on there. Okay, cool. But what happened if one on break and you already got 4 on there, right? Are they going to sit back here and come up with some kind of excuse that, you know, that they can't do it? This is what I'm saying. I got ripped. You know? I was gonna sit back here and buy some more games for my PSP Go. But come to find out, well, I can't buy them. I'm not gonna buy them. I'm not gonna sit back here and waste my money on buying any more PSPs, PSP Goes, or any PlayStation games because they sat back here and ripped me off. You know? If you know somebody's trying to rip you off, don't let people rip you off. Just like what Alta tried to do me, and just like Sony has done me. All right? Let me be your beacon of light. Let me be your zenith. Right? Pass this video around. I'm serious, people. Pass this around. Tell your friends to watch this. Because seriously, $650. You know, I don't want nobody else to lose no money. I think what personally Sony should have done was deactivate the one that's broke. That would have been common sense. But once again, wherever Sony's at, Florida or California, yeah, they idiots. I'm just not gonna bite my tongue. You know, it's just I would actually understand if they.
We scoured the globe on a quest to.
Okay. My main thing is don't let Sony or any other place stop buying Sony products for number one. Okay. If it's some guy who sits back here try to be a douche on the phone, right? And they sit back and say, "You want to call back?" They sit back there and explain to them, "No, I'm not gonna call back. You need to do something right then and right there." And more than likely, they're not gonna do it because they don't care. Honestly, if you're gonna go with a corporation who sits back here and have billions and billions of dollars of stock, no wonder Xbox outsold Sony. Come on. Honestly, because like I said, I played an Xbox 360 before, and I played a PSP Go, and I also played a PlayStation 3. Seriously? The Xbox is a lot better. I'm not sitting back here some Xbox fanboy and nothing like that, right? But you'll be a lot better off buying a Xbox, because at least you can sit back here and get a warranty, and they will actually fix it for you. All right, but this is your local random hero, and I'm sitting back here telling you, don't let people sit back here and make a con out of you. All right, God bless and bye.